Tinfoil hat apology.
Yeah, you sat across the booth at the local diner, mapping out the world like a master designer. I rolled my eyes and I ordered a beer, telling you the truth was nowhere near here. I called you a kook and I laughed at the maps, while you were busy filling in the massive gaps.
You talked about the shadows and the puppet strings, the private meetings and the secret fling.
I told you the news wouldn't lie to my face, that everything happened at a logical pace. But the headlines today look like your old notes, and I'm feeling the lump rising up in my throat.
So here's the apology, signed and delivered. My worldview is shaking, my ego is shivered.
You were the prophet and I was the blind, leaving the logic and reason behind.
Pass me a hat made of shiny aluminum foil. You were the water, I was just starting to boil. I was just starting to boil.
Yeah. Remember that night back in 2022? I told you your leaks couldn't possibly be true. You mentioned the track and the chips and the gold. I told you that story was getting quite old, but I opened the paper and saw the front page, and it looks like we've ended your predicted age.
You warned me of things that I couldn't conceive, stuff that a sane man would never believe.
I pointed at science, I pointed at fact, while you pointed out how the deck had been stacked. Now the stack is collapsing and falling apart, and you had the blueprint right there from the start.
So here's the apology, signed and delivered. My worldview is shaking, my ego is shivered.
You were the prophet and I was the blind, leaving the logic and reason behind.
Pass me a hat made of shiny aluminum foil. You were the water, I was just starting to boil. Whoa, I was just starting to boil.
Yeah, I'm deleting the post where I called you a name. I'm taking the heat and I'm taking the blame. The glitch in the system turned out to be real, and I'm just now learning how it feels to unseal
the doors that were locked in the back of my brain. You were the sunshine, I was just the rain.
It wasn't a weather balloon in the sky, and the experts were caught in a massive white lie.
The money is moving in ways that you said, while I was just sleeping in my comfortable bed.
I woke up this morning to a brand new reality, and a heavy dose of conspiracy duality.
You're not saying I told you so, though you could. You're standing there quietly, just like you should,
with a stack of old printouts and no one smirk, while I'm trying to figure out how the world works. How about the next round and I listen this time? Ignoring the truth was my only real crime.
The rabbit hole's deep and the tunnel is wide, and I'm finally ready to take the whole ride.
So pull up a chair and let's look at the board, at all of the secrets the bankers have stored.
I'm sorry I doubted, I'm sorry I scoffed. The wool from my eyes has finally been doffed.
Yeah, you were right.
I'll bring the snacks for the next deep dive.
Who's crazy now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. Yeah, you were right.
I'll bring the snacks for the next deep dive.